Stand by to fall in, Polk County. This is today's veteran. Hello and welcome. And on behalf of everyone at the Polk County Office of Veteran Services, thanks for joining us. I am your host, James Williams. And on this installment of today's veteran, we talk about the Vet Center program with Gueline Felix, Lakeland's Vet Center Director. The Lakeland Vet Center are the people in the VA who welcome home war veterans with honor by providing quality readjustment counseling in a caring manner. But first, we will talk about Operation Helping Hand. Operation Helping Hand provides assistance to the severely wounded and injured active duty patients at the James A. Haley VA Hospital and their families. Joining us in studio is Lieutenant Colonel, United States Army, retired Jim Griffin, Chairman of Operation Helping Hand. Jim, how you doing?
Great. Thank you very much for having us over today.
You're welcome, Jim. You're welcome. Well, welcome today. We're going to talk about a couple things about Operation Helping Hand.
All righty.
Okay. And the viewers would like to know a couple things, Jim, and I'm going to ask you, why was Operation Helping Hand started?
Okay, back in 2004, Dr. Scott, who's still with the Spinal Cord Institute, came to our then president, Captain Bob Seiler, United States Navy retired, and informed him that leaving one day, he saw a lady and a child, and these are young folks in their 20s, and then coming back the next morning, they were in the same place. And he asked her, "What are you doing here?" And they had an injured patient in the hospital, her husband, and they couldn't afford any place to stay. So they were living in their car.
Wow.
And Dr. Scott came to the Military Officers Association and said, Tampa chapter, can you guys do anything for this? And we said, yeah. And so that's how Operation Helping Hand started, to helping the wounded and injured and their families at the James A. Haley VA Hospital, the active duty. And that's how we began.
Let me ask you this. What is the mission of Operation Helping Hand?
All right. It's very simple. And what we strive to do with every dollar we spend is to assist the wounded and injured active duty and their families that are rehabbing or getting treatment at the James A. Haley VA Hospital. It's a very focused mission that we have.
Okay, and now is it mostly predominantly geared for James A. Haley? Is that your target market? Or?
That's it.
Do you have any ambitions in the future to expand beyond that, or?
No, we've tried and offered people stipends to expand, but they said it's too much trouble.
Are any members of Operation Helping Hand paid a salary?
That's the beauty of Operation Helping Hand. We're all volunteers, and we're all ardent volunteers. We have zero salaries. Matter of fact, we're able, because of the volunteerism involved, to donate 96.5% of everything we take in goes straight to the patients and their families.
Okay, and just about how many volunteers do you have right now?
I would say probably about 150. If you add everybody in that handles our dinners and handles all the obligations we meet, probably there's 150 people that are involved totally.
Okay, and are you able to meet the demands with that 150 personnel?
Yes, we are. Sometimes we're stretched awful thin. Bob Swallish, who's with me today, he's one of those guys that we stretch very thin.
Okay.
And we have a lot of obligations, and we have a thing in the military that we never stop serving.
Absolutely.
Well, we've never stopped serving yet.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just specifically, who do you assist?
The patients and their families. We were designated initially from that lady and her child in the car to assist those families. And to assist the families could mean anything from just helping them with a rental car, helping them with gas coupons. We provide a welcome kit when they first arrive. It's probably about $1,500 worth of stuff. Different kinds of gift cards for them. So when the patient gets there, the families can go out and buy them some basic essentials they might need. It could be shaving gear. Very simple things.
Very nice.
But it's there for the families to use, and we get a lot of thank you letters from the families because of that.
Now, explain the Operation Helping Hand dinner and who all that attends.
The invitations go out, and we just finished our 170th dinner, consecutive dinner, 170 of them. And we usually have around 250 people that come to the dinners, average. And if you add that up, over 170 dinners, that's 42,500 folks that have attended these dinners and given a standing ovation to the wounded and injured at dinners. So that's a baseball stadium full of folks.
That's astonishing.
We put the invitations out. There's no charge. We're grateful to have sponsors that provide the money that pays for the dinners. So when you come there, you have no obligation except to greet the patients and their families.
That's beautiful. Now, you said that you have sponsors. Are you allowed to mention those sponsors so that they can receive the accolades?
It's major corporations. Boeing, CAE, USAA, of course, is a major sponsor of ours. Local, Century Buick.
Nice.
In the local community. We're blessed to have not only at Booz Allen Hamilton as another big conglomerate that's a sponsor of ours, and Arma Global. And they sponsor the dinners and will help us with the golf tournament. So we're very blessed to have those. And plus we have civic organizations in Tampa that have come on board. One I have to mention is the Carrollwood Area Business Association.
Okay.
It is probably 500 businesses of ardent supporters, and they are fantastic. So business, individual, and the corporate sponsorship keeps us going.
Okay, and you're meeting those demands because of those sponsors.
Absolutely.
And they've been consistent, and you're able to complete your mission every year.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. How do one donate to Operation Helping Hand?
The easiest way is to go on our website, operationhelpinghandtampa.com.
Okay.
And it's got several options to either mail a check to or use a credit card right there to donate. And it's very simple. Or you can come to the dinner and give us money.
Okay.
Every place we present ourselves, we have a table, and usually we have a donation jar.
Okay.
Just a jar. We don't ask for checks or anything, and usually we get plenty of donations.
Okay. And if another corporation, if there's a corporation out there that's looking to donate, if they're watching our show today, and if they wanted to know if you guys was a 501c or something like that, you know, most corporations look at, although they're giving from their heart, they also take a look at some of the benefits of donating. Do you guys fall within that realm?
Yes, we're a 501c3.
Okay.
And on the website, if they want some information, I'm on the website with all of my emails and telephone numbers, and they can contact me directly, and I can steer them from there.
Okay. All right. And do you fly in family members?
Yes, we do. We have, matter of fact, the Brandon Travel Agency joined up with us, and when the patients' families are cleared to visit, they have to be cleared by the hospital. Are they ready for visitors? Because these are the most seriously injured patients that the Army has, with the spinal cord and the brain injuries. When they're cleared to have visitors, their families contact our travel agency. First, I should say the social workers contact the families and say, okay, you can book travel here. Well, they don't have to put anything on their credit card. They call a travel agency in Brandon. Brandon books the flight for them, and they come in and and leave, and never have to put anything on their credit cards.
That's great. That's great.
And it really helps, because putting $700 or $800 on your credit card is not a lot of things you want to do. And plus, we can do it because we can get the best flight and the cheapest for us and easiest for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that service, by the way.
It is great. It's very popular.
Now, how many veterans have you assisted since 2004?
We're over 2,000 active duty wounded and injured that have been through the James A. Haley. And you have to understand, some of these veterans are there for a week, 10 days, or a month. Some are there for years. The serious injuries they have, they can be there for quite a while. And even when they're released, they still have to be there for treatment.
Okay. And how many attend the Rays game?
Oh, we have let me put in a plug for the Tampa Bay Rays, and who just swept the Yankees this past weekend, which is unbelievable. They pay Dick Crippen, who is our contact with the Rays. The Rays pony up for the suite. We have a suite that'll hold about 80 folks, including it's set up to hold the big wheelchairs.
Okay.
I mean, big, not just a regular, big wheelchairs, a very complicated apparatus. They pay for the suite, they pay for the food. We pony up the buses to bring the patients over, usually about 80 patients, families, and members of the hospital staff.
Okay.
And we have a really great atmosphere. We usually get Raymond to come up and visit it and that kind of thing. And the kids of the patients really enjoy it too. And we have a great time.
Excellent. And what do you do on Veterans Day at James A. Haley's Veterans Hospital on Veterans Day? What do you do?
We have actually it's grown into something almost as big as Gasparilla now. It started with about 10 floats, now we're up to about 50-something floats.
Okay.
And
that is big. That's
the Rough
huge.
Riders and all the guys at Gasparilla are usually up there. And we go through the hospital grounds, and all the patients, not just the active duty, but all of them come out of the rest home facilities they have, and I think they have a really good time with it. And we sponsor the luncheon.
Nice.
And we have, actually, we can put in a plug for Ralph Lupton over in Tampa, because he provides some of the greatest barbecue and hot dogs known to man.
That's
and
wonderful.
So we feed the multitude on Veterans Day.
Okay. Now, I've been to James A. Haley, and getting out of there I found to be quite complicated. The traffic is horrendous. I heard that you guys got an initiative that you're working on now to try to resolve that issue. Can you share that with us?
Yes, we sure do. If you're familiar with James A. Haley, Richard Silva Way, which is on the southern side of the hospital, comes right into Bruce B. Downs.
Okay.
And Bruce B. Downs, there's a stoplight probably a quarter of a mile north of there, but by the time the traffic gets there, they're probably doing 45 or 50. The problem is people need to make a left turn there coming out of the hospital. That's where the accidents occur. And right at that intersection, they're going to put a stoplight.
Nice.
And the VA is on board. Mr. Joe Battle, director, he's on board because he says that's going to save lives. And I think we've got the county and the city arguing over who's going to pay the most, but we're going to get it done.
Well, Jim, let me I know I'm not the first to tell you this. You probably hear it every day. I just want to thank you for all the great stuff that you guys do for veterans and for our country as well. And we would like to see you on the show again. And as you guys grow and build this Operation Helping Hand to a bigger magnitude, we want to stay informed.
And we've got a little presentation we'd like to make to you. This is our Operation Helping Hand Challenge coin.
Okay. Oh, that's a beautiful coin.
And we appreciate you having us on today.
Thank you very much,
Thank you very
sir.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim. For more information about the Operation Helping Hand program, you can give them a call at 813-785-0552 or look them up on the web at www.operationhelpinghand.com. We'll be back with more of today's veteran after this.
Hello, I'm Carlos Gonzalez, Polk County Veteran Services Supervisor, and we are really excited to announce that we are opening a Veteran Services satellite office in Lake Wales. The office is located at 1230 North Scenic Highway in American Legion Post 71. The office is open every Wednesday, and veterans will be seen on a walk-in basis only. Our veteran service officers are here to help veterans and their family members obtain military benefits. We hope to see you at our new location at American Legion Post 71 in Lake Wales.
My name is Corporal Bradley Joseph Seitz.
Captain Joshua Brandon.
Bob Murphy.
Kate Weber.
Jerry Reed.
Will Sanchez.
And I have PTSD.
I have PTSD.
I have PTSD.
I thought I was losing my mind.
Everything just fell apart.
I was still in a war zone in my mind.
I felt isolated. I felt alone.
And I made a choice. I made a choice to go seek treatment.
Treatment has definitely helped me. Treatment has turned my life completely around.
It was like the new beginning for me.
If you're tired of dealing and living the way you are right now, then do something about it.
Quit beating yourself up and go ahead and help. You know, that's basically all I can tell you. But you know you need help, so go get it.
Welcome back to today's Veteran. I'm your host, James Williams. The Vet Center program was established by Congress in 1979 out of the recognition that a significant number of Vietnam-era vets were still experiencing readjustment problems. Vet centers are community-based and part of the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs. Joining us in the studio today is Gueline Felix, Lakeland's Vet Center Director.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Gueline. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. So, I understand that you are the director of the Lakeland Vet Center.
Yes.
Tell us about the Lakeland Vet Center.
Okay. The Lakeland Vet Center is part of the Readjustment Counseling Center.
Okay.
We provide services to veterans and their family here in Polk County and surrounding areas as well, which include Highlands County, Haines City, and Polk City as well.
Okay. What services do you provide at the Lakeland Vet Center?
With the readjustment counseling, our primary service is mental health services. We help veterans who are returning back from the combat field, and it could be a recent combat, the OEF, OIF veterans, or veterans from previous wars such as Vietnam or Korean wars. We do in-depth counseling in different formats that's comfortable for the veteran, whether it be individual, meaning sitting down with the counselor one-on-one like we are, or in a group setting. We also have tried exploring outside of the vet center. We're working on equine therapy, where we are providing services in their environment, in the community, different approaches.
Okay. And you recently just took over as director at the Lakeland Vet Center, is that correct?
Correct. I just celebrated my 1 year in June.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. The previous director, Jesse Coulter, he was amazing. He helped the Vet Center open here in Lakeland, and he's very well known in the community, and he retired. So I took over from there and trying to continue the great work that he started.
Okay. Well, as you transition into that first year, what some of the challenges or changes that you thought that you would make to make the Lakeland Vet Center one of the best vet centers in the nation?
To be honest, I really didn't need to make a lot of changes because the Vet Center at Lakeland, not to boast, but we have a good thing going. And if things are going good, you don't need to change the ingredient as much.
Okay.
But what I really wanted to do was to give the counselors more flexibility to do what they love to do, what their passion is. And that basically is counseling, outreach services. So I just restructured the Vet Center that we're open a little bit later than we were before when I came in. So now we have extended hours, we have weekend hours, so that we're able to provide more services. We've recently selected Cherie Alip as our Veterans Outreach Program Specialist, and in that role she'll be doing a lot of outreach, a lot of connecting with our already community partners to bring veterans in the Vet Center so that we can be able to provide them services. Because believe it or not, there's some veterans out there who still don't know there's services that's available to them, that the Vet Center's here, and that we can connect them. If we can't help, but at least we can connect them to who can help. So that was important to get that position filled. We also have a couple different counseling positions available as well as a Vet Center. So I'm always looking for talented workers, qualified workers to come in and join our team in the community. But it was a very easy transition for me. The Polk County community itself is very welcoming and embracing, and it's just easy to fit in and do the work that needed to be done.
Well, I'll tell you, with climate changes such as empowerment and flexibility, I'm pretty sure that people will probably flocking to come and assist you there at the Lakeland Vet Center. So,
I sure hope so, that we're...
And be sure to tell Cherie I said congratulations. I've had the opportunity to work with her on several occasions, so well deserved.
Thank you, thank you.
So how is the Vet Center funded?
The Vet Center is actually funded directly from Congress. We are part of the VA system. However, we have our own funding through the Readjustment Counseling Center, which we call RCS for short. And Congress funds the vet centers. There's a lot of vet centers across the nation, and each one of them is funded directly from Congress.
Okay. Tell me a little bit how the Vet Center work with the clinics.
Oh, it's a really good partnership. So the Lakeland Vet Center, we work with James A. Haley, Tampa Hospital, and we partner with them for our administrative needs at times, but also with the counseling that we provide. At times, the hospital can be overwhelmed, and we have the flexibility to see a lot of their patients. So we are complementary to what they provide. We're not in competition with them. We work really well with the counselors, the doctors, the social workers, and it's just a really good partnership. Having us here and available to service an exclusive veteran population makes it easy on them so they can concentrate on the general population of veterans in our county.
That's outstanding. Who's eligible for services at the Lakeland Vet Center?
So the Lakeland Vet Center provides services to veterans who served in the military who also are in a combat zone, I should add. Also their families, so a spouse of a veteran who served in the combat zone. We also serve veterans who have experienced military sexual trauma, meaning that they may not have been deployed anywhere, but something happened to them in the service. Either it was harassment or sexual assault. We provide counseling to them as well. And we also provide counseling to bereaved families as well. So if a veteran passed away while on active duty, we take care of their families to provide ongoing counseling to help them intervene with that loss.
Okay, and earlier you mentioned that you gave a little bit of flexibility, some hour extensions. Tell us about your hours of operation.
So currently we are open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 6 p.m. in the evening. On Fridays we're open 8 to 4:30, and second and fourth Saturdays we're open by appointments.
Okay. Now, tell me about a recent event that the Lakeland Vet Center hosted that resonated with you.
You know, we have a lot of outreach events that we do throughout the year. We're required to do them. But one event that really touched me, that we were honored to be able to be part of, was the 50th commemoration of the Vietnam War. And we partner with the American Legion Post 8 in Winter Haven, and we served breakfast to veterans. And so we provided the veteran a lapel, thanking them for their service. And also our partners in the community joined us to provide gift cards and different certificates to the veterans, and it really welcomed them back home. The welcome home that some veterans never got to experience. The community really reached out and helped the veterans feel you are welcome and we're glad for your service.
Well, you know, Gueline, I had the privilege to be there that day during that event, and I ate breakfast with the veterans, and I witnessed firsthand of the chemistry that you and your staff had with the Vietnam veterans, and you made it very heartwarming. It was heartfelt, and it was a tear-jerking. I mean, it was astonishing. So
thank you.
Thank you for that beautiful event and all the other events that you guys do for our veterans.
Thank you. As much as I would love to take all the credit, our partners and our staff really went out to make the event very successful. Mission Barbecue was there as well, and they provided the gift cards, and we had Express Employment. They were out there. Polk County Veteran Council was out there, and it was really an amazing event, and we're hoping every year to be able to do the same event on the same day, which was March 29th.
Earlier you talked about there's no competition between you and the VA Medical Center.
That's correct.
But there's got to be some type of little subtle differences, I would think.
There is.
Tell us about that.
So with the Vet Center, we try to create an environment that is welcoming. So when the veteran walks in the door, they feel at home, and it's an open door policy. Not to say that the medical clinic or the community outpatient clinic is not similar, but it's more of a medical environment, and they follow the medical curriculum, even like with their furniture. It's more clinical in a sense, where ours is more homey and more welcoming. Our offices are different, and it's basically, if a veteran just wants to come in, sit down, drink a cup of coffee, they can. They don't need to talk, they don't need to say anything, because sometimes that's all you need is a safe, quiet place. And a lot of our veterans will come back and say, you know what, I feel safe here. This is where I feel safe. Oftentimes when they go to the clinic, not that they feel unsafe, but it's more of a medical, what's wrong, what's going on, and what, you know, the doctors can fix. Whereas with us, we're just here for you. What do you need from us?
Absolutely. And then, of course, working with Polk County Veteran Services, you have a wonderful partnership with us.
We do.
Tell us about your partnership with us and how we help provide services for veterans.
Okay, so the Veteran Service Officer in Polk County, Kirk Tim Hart, he comes to our Vet Center on Wednesdays for scheduled appointments to help veterans who are unable to travel to the main office in Bartow. And he also comes out on the 2nd and 4th Fridays from 8 to 4:30 to provide walk-in time. And when you come in the morning at 8 o'clock, we have a line waiting for Tim on a Friday. And it's usually the case, yeah, because people want answers, they have questions, and they can't wait till 2 or 3 weeks. And the thing with Tim that I really admire is that he will spend hour with the patient, even if it's a walk-in. He takes every client case very personal, very serious, and they feel that. And I am honored that he has the time and availability to not come just once a week, but basically twice a week to provide services in our area.
Well, I'm pretty sure Tim Kirkhart's going to be thankful for that compliment.
Thank you.
Well, Ms. Gueline, it was a pleasure having you on the show today. I want to personally thank you, and I'm sure our audience is going to thank you. If you guys have any Twitter feeds or anything like that, I'm pretty sure they're going to thank you as well on the services that you provide for our veterans. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Okay.
For more information on the Lakeland Vet Center, give them a call at 407-340-0473. Or you can check them out on the web at www.vetcenter.va.gov. That's going to do it for this edition of Today's Veteran. I want to thank our guests today, Jim Griffin and Gueline Felix. But most of all, I want to thank you for joining us. Remember, for help and information regarding claims, benefits, and services available to veterans and their families, call the Polk County Veteran Services Office at 863-534-5220 or log on to the Polk County website at polk-county.net. I am your host, James Williams, and we will see you next month.